film enthusiasts, my name is Christina, and welcome to another Let's Get Real movie review. Today is Classic Movie Thursdays here on my channel, my version of Throwback Thursdays. Today's classic movie I will be reviewing for you is Roberto Rossellini's film from 1950 called Journey to Italy, starring Ingrid Bergman and George Sanders. The movie begins with Alex and Catherine Joyce, played by George Sanders and Ingrid Bergman. They are an English couple who are traveling by car to Naples in Italy, where I believe it's Catherine who has inherited a villa from her uncle. Their relationship is not that great. It's very strange. You can see from the moment the movie starts, they're just not working out that well. There's tension in it, and even like the way the scene is filmed, you can tell that there's just a lot of tension there, and they both do things separately once they get to Naples. Alex goes out with people, he goes out on his own and goes drinking and does other things. He actually finds a younger woman that he kind of hangs out with sometimes, and then Catherine goes to all of these places in Italy, like the famous sites. She goes to museums, she goes to Pompeii, she goes to like a cave and some sulfur sites, I think that's what it is. And during her travels to these places, the guides talk about love and certain things and like death and, you know, just stories about love and how men and women came together, all this. And, you know, she's starting to think like, okay, I do love Alex, and she tries to like get him to love her again in some ways. It's not like totally desperate, you know, she tries in her own way, but it just doesn't work, and Alex is kind of oblivious. He just doesn't want to hear it. And after a while, Alex just tells Catherine, he's like, let's just get a divorce, like we're just not working out anymore. And the catalyst that kind of brings them back together and makes it a happy ending is when Alex and Catherine are dragged to Pompeii, where a friend of theirs had been excavating the ruins, and they found a couple that had died together holding each other's hand. And Catherine freaks out, she runs away, and Alex chases after her, and after that they get back together. They realize like, okay, we do love each other, we can make this work. I do not think that Journey to Italy is one of the best movie stories. I really am kind of not a fan of like relationship falling apart movies, and like where couples are just like bickering. Like, to me, that's just boring. But this is Roberto Rossellini with Ingrid Bergman and George Sanders in it, and it was actually very, very well done. I wasn't bored with it because Rossellini managed with his direction to make me like really focus on the direction more than the story, and then the acting by Ingrid Bergman and George Sanders is just so awesome that I really could like forgive the story for being about a couple that just did not like each other anymore. Rossellini's direction was just outrageous. I love his direction in Journey to Italy so much, and I've watched quite a few of his other films, and I really, really like his directing style. It reminded me a little bit of the surrealist style, with the way he just captured emotions and just captured scenes and moments that are not generic. It's just like something maybe nobody else would have done but Rossellini, and I love his style. I think he just had a great way of telling a story with his camera. And then, of course, you have Ingrid Bergman, who he filmed beautifully. I mean, if you know their story, it's not hard to believe why. And every shot, every scene in this movie was just so beautiful. I love the black and white. I love the cinematography, everything. Journey to Italy, for me, besides the story, is just a great movie to sit and watch if you're really into like the technical aspects of it and like even the acting aspect of films. That was my review of Journey to Italy. I hope if you have not seen this film yet that you go and watch it, if you can find it. It's a great movie if you're looking into being a filmmaker or you just really like movies. definitely go and watch it. If you liked my review of Journey to Italy in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. If you have seen Journey to Italy, we can talk about Ingrid Bergman, George Sanders, Rossellini, talk about anything, pertaining to this. And also in the comments, please leave any suggestions you may have for me, be them classic movies or newer movies. And if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Classic Movie Thursday reviews and other movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.